Welcome you all. I am Rajan Nambudiri teaching mathematics. Today we are going to cover the topic linear equations in one variable. What do you know about linear equations? Have you ever heard about this particular term? You might have studied about constants and variables. Am I right? Children, what is the difference between constant and a variable? See, we are going to learn about linear equations in one variable. So, you all should know what is a constant and what are variables. Constants. Constant has a fixed value. For examples, see 7, minus 10, 8, 0, 100, 1000, all these are constants. They have got only just one value. For example, 2 flowers, 2 students, 2 books. The number represents the same, it's always 2. But in case of variables, what happens? Let's see. A variable can take various values. Its values keep on changing. Its value is not fixed. We use letters X, Y, L, H, M, N to denote variables. We studied that to represent constants, we take numbers. As you all know, 1, 2, 3, etc. These are all constants. But in case of variables, what happens? To denote variables, we use the alphabets, small letters like X, Y, L, H, M, N, A, B, C. Any one of the alphabets can be used to represent a variable. Now see, the combination of constants and variables with the help of arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, we can make algebraic expressions. Now let us see what do you mean by an algebraic expression. Algebraic expressions are formed from variables and constants. By this time you all came to know what do you mean by a variable and what is a constant. So this sentence is very clear to you all. We use the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on the variables and constants to form algebraic expressions. And here I have given you a few examples. 4x plus 7, there the variable is x and we have taken the constants 4 and 7 and the arithmetical operation which we have used is addition. Now see the second example which I have given on the board. 3y minus 6, there the variable used is y and the constants used are 3 and 6. The arithmetical operation which we used in this is subtraction. Like x plus 3, y minus 9, etc. These are all algebraic expressions. Now let us see what do you mean by an algebraic equation. When we equate two algebraic expressions, an algebraic equation is formed. You need not equate two algebraic equations all the time. You may equate an algebraic expression with a constant, then also an algebraic equation will be formed. Now let us see what all types of algebraic equations can be formed. Okay. Algebraic equations are formed by equating two algebraic expressions. For examples, 3x plus 7 equal to 9. Here we have equated an algebraic expression 3x plus 7 with a constant 9. Or 4y plus 3x equal to 7. Here we have two variables x and y. Okay. Now the constants involved are 4, 3 and 7. Here also we have equated the algebraic expression with a constant. Need not be the same all the time, we can use even. See this example, 3x minus 9 is equal to 4 plus 6x. Here left side and right side both we have algebraic expressions, both are algebraic expressions. So in this particular example we have equated two algebraic expressions having a common variable x and having few constants like 3, minus 9, 4, 6, etc. So either by equating two algebraic expressions or by equating an algebraic expression with a constant, an algebraic equations can be formed. By this time we came to know about algebraic equations, but that is not the aim. In the chapter the heading itself is linear equation in one variable. So what do you mean by linear equation in one variable? Let us see. An algebraic expression with only one variable and the highest power of the variable is 1 is called a linear equation in one variable. And for example, 4x minus 7 equal to 8, 3y plus 7 equal to 12 x minus 24 equal to 120, etc. are all examples for linear equations in one variable. Now, what exactly it means, a linear equation? Okay, by this time we all came to know an algebraic equation, but that is not everything to become a linear equation in one variable. Linear equation in one variable in which only one variable should be present. There cannot be two variables. Either it can be x alone, y alone, etc. Just one variable to be present. Okay. Linear, the meaning is the highest power of the variable should be always 1. The highest power of the variable cannot be more than 1. If it is 2, 3, then they are not examples for linear equations in one variable. Linear equation means it has to be just 1. The highest exponent of the variable present in that equation has to be 1, and that is very important. So, once again I just read the definition for you all. An algebraic expression with only one variable and the highest power of the variable is 1 is called a linear equation in one variable. And let us check these examples whether it is correct or not. 4x minus 7 equal to 8. Here the variable is x, just only one variable is present. Okay. Now, the highest exponent, the power of the variable x is 1. So, it is linear also. So, it is a linear, and moreover equal sign is there in between. We have equated an algebraic expression with a constant. So, it is an equation. So, it is an equation with just one variable having the highest power of the variable x, just 1. So, it is the best example for a linear equation in one variable. Now, let us see the second one, 3y plus 7 equal to 12. Here the variable is y, equal sign is also present, and the highest power of the variable y is 1. So, 3y plus 7 equal to 12 is also an example for a linear equation in one variable. I am going to give you a few equations and you have to check whether they are linear equations in one variable or not. 3y plus 7 equal to 18. Is it a linear equation in one variable? Yes. The answer is yes. Here the variable present is y and equal sign is also there, and the highest power of the variable y is just 1. So, it is one of the examples for linear equation in one variable. Now, let us take another example, 3xy minus 18 equal to 70. Here equal sign is there, but there are two variables present, x and y. So, it is not a linear equation in one variable. Consider one more example, 3y square plus 18 is equal to 27 plus x. Here we have two variables x and y, and moreover the highest power of the variable y is 2. So, anyway it is not a linear equation in one variable. I hope by this time you all might have understood what is exactly a linear equation in one variable means. How can we solve a linear equation in one variable? Solving, that means solve an equation 3x plus 7 equal to 18. Solve means you have to find the value of the variable present in that. In an equation, the values of the expressions on the LHS and RHS are equal. This happens to be true only for certain values of the variable, and these values are called the solutions of the linear equations in one variable. So, solution, what exactly it means? Solution is nothing but when you replace the variable by that particular value, in that equation left hand side and right hand side should be balanced. So, we are expecting a balanced equation out of it. So, in that case you can say the given answer or the particular answer is the solution of the given linear equation. Now, let us take some examples. My question to you all is, find the solution of 2x minus 3 equal to 7. How can we solve this linear equation in one variable? Here the equation is 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. The variable is x. We have to find the value of correct value of x. For that what we do is, here we want to make the variable alone in one side. Along with x, here we have minus 3. So, we have to shift minus 3 to the other side. For that what we write? Transposing minus 3 to the right side. Transposing minus 3 to the right side will give you this equation 2x equal to 7 plus 3, and we all know 7 plus 3 is nothing but 10. 2x equal to 10. Now dividing both sides by 2, we get x equal to 10 by 2 is equal to 5. So x equal to 5 is the correct solution of this equation. I am saying it's correct, but how do you check it? To check this particular solution, what we do is, we take its LHS, left hand side of the given equation, and here it is 2x minus 3, and replace x by that particular answer 5. Then simplify, you will be getting 2 into 5 minus 3, 10 minus 3, that is 7. Now see its RHS. What is RHS? RHS is also a constant which is equal to 7. So in this case we came to know that LHS equal to RHS when x equal to 5. It shows that the answer what you received, what you found is correct. How do you know that the answer which you have got is correct? To check your solution, you consider the left hand side of the given equation. What is LHS given? 2x minus 3. And what answer you have got? X equal to 5. So you have to replace x by 5 in that. Wherever x comes, you replace x by 5. So we get 2 into 5 minus 3, and which is equal to 7. Now see its RHS. The RHS of the given equation itself is 7. So what we understood, our LHS and RHS values both equal to 7. It shows that the answer which you have received is correct. So x equal to 5 is the correct solution of the given linear equation 2x minus 3 equal to 7. Let us take another example. The question is, find the solution of x by 3 plus 5 by 2 equal to minus 3 by 2. Here you have to find the value of x, the variable present in that linear equation. How we solve this linear equation x by 3 plus 5 by 2 equal to minus 3 by 2. Here to get the value of x, we have to keep x alone in one side. So along with this particular term we have 5 by 2. So naturally we have to shift this 5 by 2 to the other side. So I write transposing 5 by 2 to the RHS. Then we get x by 3 is equal to minus 3 by 2. When you shift 5 by 2 to the other side, it becomes minus 5 by 2. That means x by 3 is equal to minus 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2. Now you simplify the right hand side by taking the common denominator 2 as its LCM. So here minus 3 minus 5 divided by 2, and that is minus 4. Minus 8 by 2 is nothing but minus 4. Therefore, x by 3 is equal to minus 4. Now to eliminate this 3, what we have to do? We have to multiply both the sides by 3. So multiplying both sides by 3, we get x equal to minus 4 into 3 is equal to minus 12. So x equal to minus 12 is the solution of the given linear equation x by 3 plus 5 by 2 equal to minus 3 by 2. Now we want to check x equal to minus 12 is the correct solution of the given equation or not. For that, what we do is, the LHS of the given equation is x by 3 plus 5 by 2. Now we have to replace x by its value minus 12. So minus 12 by 3 plus 5 by 2. Here the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. The numerator 3 goes in 6 2 times, 2 into minus 12 minus 24, and 2 in 6 3 times, 3 into 5 15, and which is equal to minus 9 by 6. On simplification we get minus 3 by 2. That is what the value of left hand side. Now see the right side. RHS is already there, minus 3 by 2. It shows that LHS equal to RHS. Therefore, we can say the answer x equal to minus 12 is the correct solution of the given linear equation. Some applications. How can we apply the knowledge of linear equation in one variable in our day-to-day life? Sum of two, let us see this example. Sum of two numbers is 74. One of the numbers is 10 more than the other. What are the numbers? How do you find the answer? We don't know the numbers. The smaller number we are going to assume it as x. Let x be the smaller number. Therefore, the second number, the larger one, is x plus 10, because it is given that the second number is 10 more than the first one. So, if you take the first number as x, naturally the second number becomes x plus 10, and also given that sum of numbers is equal to 74. That means the sum of x and x plus 10 will give you 74. On simplification we get 2x plus 10 equal to 74. Now you have to transpose 10 to the other side. So we get 2x equal to 74 minus 10, and that is 64, implies x equal to 32 on dividing both the sides by 2. So x equal to 32 we got. So the numbers are 32 and 32 plus 10, and we know that 32 plus 10 is 42, therefore 32 and 42 are the numbers. You can even verify your result. We know that 42 is 10 more than 32, and also while adding 32 and 42 we get the sum as 74. So the correct answer is 32 and 42. Let us take one more example. The present age of Sachin's mother is 3 times the present age of Sachin. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66 years. Find their present ages. Once again, I read the question for you all. The present age of Sachin's mother is 3 times the present age of Sachin. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66 years. Find their present ages. To find the solution of this question, let x be the present age of Sachin. Therefore, his mother's age, his mother's present age equal to 3x years. It's clearly given that the present age of Sachin's mother is 3 times Sachin's age. Therefore, if x is the age of present age of Sachin, automatically his mother's present age will be 3x years. After 5 years, let us see what happens. After 5 years, Sachin's age will be x plus 5 years. His mother's age after 5 years will be 3x plus 5 years. So, after 5 years Sachin's age will be x plus 5 years, and after 5 years his mother's age will be 3x plus 5 years. But it is given that sum of ages after 5 years equal to 66. Therefore, we can say Sachin's age after 5 years plus his mother's age after 5 years equal to 66. Now, the like terms should be paired. So, we get x plus 3x. Now, the sum of constants 5 plus 5 is equal to 66. That means 4x plus 10 equal to 66 or 4x equal to 56. It implies x equal to 14. That is, the present age of Sachin is 14 years. Since x equal to 14, his mother's present age will be 3 times of Sachin's present age. So, automatically his mother's present age will be 3 into 14 equal to 42 years. So, Sachin's present age is 14 years, whereas his mother's present age will be 42 years. Now, let us recap the portion which we have covered now. First, we have learned about constants and thereafter variables. Then constants and variables put together algebraic expressions, which leads to algebraic equations, and then we get linear equations in one variable. When we talk about linear equations in one variable, we can equate two algebraic expressions, or we can equate an algebraic expression with a constant. And finally, how to solve a linear equation in one variable. And that's all for today. Thank you.